Chris, a week on from last week, on reflection, is there a sense of pride that we gave Football League opposition a really good game?
Yeah, obviously wanted to win the football match, but yeah, we have to move on from that. I was pleased with the lads' efforts, and the way we controlled the first half was excellent. But Sutton have, amongst other strengths, two potent, strong centre forwards that really had a good 10 minutes of that second half, and within that 10 minutes they got a couple of goals.
I suppose from recent weeks before Sutton, what do you want to see tomorrow from the lads from recent weeks?
Well, from recent weeks, just pretty much the same. But of course, you want to keep growing and improving, and I want to make sure that that continues. So, training's been a great measure of that. So, in respect of that, I can't see that changing too much. But of course, the most important day of any footballer's diaries is the match day, and the match day is tomorrow, and I'm really, really excited for it. Mill Farm, the pitch, impeccable. Fantastic. Liam's doing a great job, and we've got to do it justice. We've got to turn up and play on it, play with great energy, represent the community, represent ourselves, and do our best to try and go against a strong opponent and try and come out in a positive manner.
That leads on to the next question. What do you know about Neil Ardley's sides, and especially York?
Neil's a very experienced manager, a great guy, and of course his staff as well, Neil and Tony. So, you know, they're a congruent group. They've worked with each other before, and yeah, he'll want to make his mark at his football club. Of course he will, and no, I wish him well in that. He's a good guy, but obviously tomorrow there are opponents. So like I said before, we're just going to look to do our best, be at our best, and make sure that we're really positive. But of course, York will have something to say about that, so we'll have to answer their questions.
Goal difference separates the two sides in the league, and some, may brand it as a big game, but is it just another one in the diary to tick off?
Oh no, they're all big games, because we're edging towards the halfway mark, and to be fair to both clubs, they've made changes, haven't they, in the early part of the season. So yeah, they're all big games. And in terms of looking at a league table, honestly, I'm telling you the truth, I've not looked at it. I've no interest in that other than trying to gain the amount of wins I talked about in the past, try and do it as fast as possible, and then from that point onwards you can think about other things. But until you get there, the only actual competition that you should be thinking about is the one that's right in front of you, and that's York.
How positive, obviously, has it been this week? Coming off the back of a loss in a few games that we haven't really experienced, how positive has the camp been?
Well, very, because they knew, players know, like you do in any working life. Sometimes you do a great day's work and you don't really either get paid for it or come out of it for the right reasons. So, they had a good day's work last Saturday and we didn't get our reward. So you simply move on. But like I said, the league and the league format, and as we head into the festive period, it's a great opportunity to build, but 100% not taking anything or anybody for granted.
We saw a boost this week in extending the loans of Max Conway and Nelson Kumbenny. I suppose for you in charge, how pleased were you to extend those loans?
Well, first and foremost, really pleased that we recruited him, and thank David for the support of that in respect to taking the boys on loan. Great, obviously a club that's pretty local to us, and trusting us to develop them. The way Bolton have took on, from League Two, when they've played against teams I've managed, to where they are now and what they're doing. Great credit to everybody that's doing it, and I feel we're in a privileged position to have the opportunity to develop them players. Their bigger goal, obviously, is to play for Bolton and maybe beyond. But currently, I'm pleased they're here, adding competition to the squad. And in terms of Max, for example, and Nelson, competitive capabilities in midfield. Max was a necessity because Luke Conlon, Owen Evans, currently not available.
Obviously, on the flip side of that, Max Metcalf went back to Middlesbrough, but another player who served as well.
Great family, dad's fantastic, helped support what went on. Max, when I initially spoke with him following Chris's knee injury, it was coming to us to get first team experiences, and out of the loan he was hopefully could compete and maybe play a game. So I'm pleased he managed to play 3. Really pleased he had a good showing in that. And you know, initially on the change, and obviously when I've started to take Saturdays, it was a big call really. But did he deserve not to play that game? Probably not. But I just felt it was the right one. And Max picked up a slight injury against Barnet, and in discussions with him and his family, it was decided it'd be best for him to, you know, sort that out. He doesn't need intervention, he just needs a little bit of rest and care. So while he could stay on loan, train and possibly play, he wasn't 100% fit. But if he was playing first team football, he would have carried on. So it was that balance to what's best for Max, the clubs and all interested parties.
You mentioned after last week's game about using the hurt and how you don't like losing. Is it important we bounce back now this weekend?
Yeah, but like I said, it was a cup game, like you said before, League Two opposition, and granted Sutton, you know, although they beat Bradford, and I think they're not 5 in past Notts County, so when they get it right, they get it right. They beat Bradford the week before they played us. And to have them on the back foot and them respect us, they played their best team. We made a couple of changes in respect of their capability. They're a very tall, physical team. We made our changes and, you know, it nearly worked. But like I said, they had 10 minutes out of 95, and it was enough for them. And we learn as individuals from that, and we move on. That's what you do in football.